Well, Jeff Cutchell, how are you today? It's great to have you back on Jeff Squared.
Thank you, Jeff. It's good to be back.
I see you moved from one room to another.
Yeah, I'm actually in my kitchen right now, so I want to be close to the food. So,
That is smart. My kitchen is really close by, so very smart. Hey, today's topic is really interesting. You know, when we think about marketing for cleaning and restoration, YouTube videos, putting them on Facebook and Instagram, LinkedIn is working for many companies. But there's one thing that maybe we don't think about, and that is TikTok.
hmm
I bet you spend all your waking moments on TikTok.
I'm going to be honest. I've actually thought it was Tic Tac when I first heard about it, and yeah. Other than getting on there a time or two, yeah, I've never really spent much time on there at all.
I've never done a video and put it on TikTok. I probably never will, but never say never. You just never know. But
Okay.
yeah, maybe we'll do one together. We'll do a TikTok to trending music.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Well, today we have a guest. His name is Brandon Klishak. And this fellow is interesting. He's a third generation owner of Pioneer Professional Carpet Care in Wisconsin. And he does everything from how to clean up SpongeBob popsicle spills to shower drains, you know, some gory stuff. Let's have him on. Let's invite him on and we'll ask him what he does to make TikTok work for him. So, Brandon, come on in.
Welcome, Brandon.
Well, thanks so much for having me, guys. I really appreciate it. And I definitely think you should have a Jeff Squared TikTok.
Yeah, taking his shirt off and yeah, just really creating some scandal there.
Oh yeah, there's some viral moments for sure.
Well, Jeff Cutchell, you're in charge of the budget, so we'll see what we can arrange to have Brandon run this for us, this TikTok program we're talking about doing. Well, thank you, Brandon, for joining us today. I know a lot of our viewers may scoff at TikTok. You know, they might say it won't work for me. We're asking everyone to put the pessimistic attitude aside. This is good advice. So, Brandon, I think Jeff has a couple of questions to get us started. And by the way, before we start, let me play a couple of your TikToks right now, and just so people can see what you're doing. Then we'll get into the questions.
How to dust your fan blades without the mess. Take a pillowcase, wrap it around tight. Pull back slowly, ensuring all the dust stays inside. How to remove hair buildup from a brush. Let it soak in warm water and shampoo for an hour, then take a toothpick and easily pull all the hair out. Once the hair is all gone, rinse underwater and let it dry. How to clean your AirPods. Toothpicks, Q-tips, fun tag, alcohol, and a paper towel. Take the toothpick and remove the buildup along the edges. Next, take the fun tag, roll it into a ball, and gently push it into the grill and remove. Repeat this until all buildup is gone. Next, use a little isopropyl alcohol and a Q-tip to clean up the area. Let them dry for a few moments, and they're clean.
So, Brandon, just doing some research, it looks like you have about a 500 million views, over 600 videos, and I think in the last couple months you've had 22 million views. So that's amazing. But the question is, do you think that TikTok is what would be the target audience for cleaning companies? You know, if that's practical for them to market and put videos on TikTok.
Yeah, that's a great question. It's at first, TikTok can very much look like a platform where, you're just seeing people dancing, shaking their butt, and that's all it is, right? And I will be real that I thought that as well too. And I'm always a curious person as a business owner. You're always kind of looking for that new channel or that new thing to kind of, hey, maybe this could help our business stand out in our market, or just be a different area to find leads from. And so I started just scrolling through TikTok and kind of going through it and seeing, hey, what's this about? And I couldn't help kept thinking that you can reach such a broad audience, and you can reach an audience that, really engages with your content. And this is no offense to other social media platforms, but I feel sometimes like you're in a vacuum and there's no engagement. And so you're kind of posting all this high valuable content out there to a vacuum that no one really sees unless you pay to play. And so when it comes to posting, the people on there, you kind of can pull back the curtain from your business and really share some kind of how-tos, some behind the scenes of maybe some silly moments within your company, and that humanizing kind of your business is huge, and people love to see that and love to engage with that, and so it can really open up your business to a new just a new viewpoint, and people wanting to consume more of that and be involved in your everyday operation, which frankly, sometimes as a business owner, you're like, this is boring and this is a grind, but people genuinely kind of want to learn about it.
Mm-hmm. Do you think the same principles could be used on other social media as well, like Facebook, or have you done YouTube videos or using Instagram or anything else as well?
Yeah. So Facebook, I'm not a huge user of Facebook. I use it personally and for like business connections and
Mhm.
networking and things, but not so much for my local business. YouTube, definitely. YouTube, I think, is like the next level. I kind of explain kind of my process is TikTok is kind of my wide net top of funnel. I'm able to
Okay.
cast a wide variety of content to a lot of different people based on how the algorithm works. The algorithm just pushes out your content to a ton of people. And then next is Instagram. Instagram is kind of where I can pull back the curtain even more, share some day-to-day things with like stories. And YouTube is really going to be my platform where I go long form with the content. With YouTube or with TikTok and Instagram, it's only 60 seconds. They're kind of testing 3 minutes, so you can't get a whole lot across there. So YouTube, obviously, too, with the SEO quality being connected with Google is huge. But TikTok is just an awesome way to cast a net to a wide variety of people. And it even kind of will cast that net into your local markets as well, initially to kind of test the market locally. So yeah, it can be huge to find potential clients.
Okay, that's interesting. Now, keep in mind, you're going to need to dummy down some of this technical stuff here. You're talking to two interviewers that are probably twice your age and maybe three times with the other Jeff. I'm not sure. But what about the equipment that you need to do this? Because when I think about this, oh, that sounds like a great idea. But do you need to go out and buy $1,000 camera, have a green screen, get a nice headset and, all the equipment that goes along with it? Or is it pretty simple?
It's pretty simple to cleaning. And, it's one of those things where you can start a cleaning business with a bucket and a mop.
That's
Get started
true.
from there. I just use my cell phone. I mean, that's what I started on. Most people have one of these in their pocket, and
Mhm.
crazy to think how powerful they've become in the last, 5 to 10 years. With TikTok, the cool thing is that people aren't looking for extremely polished content. They're looking for real, organic moments into people's lives, whether that's silly, whether that's providing massive value in terms of like education. So something as simple as your phone is great. Can you buy and add stuff down the line? Of course, just like us carpet cleaners can buy the biggest, baddest truck mount and clean the hottest with the hottest temperatures. But at the end of the day, you can still get it done with a portable as well. So I'd say start with a phone. The biggest thing is pressing record. There's so many moments that we take for granted every day running a cleaning business that we're like, oh, no one's going to find this interesting.
Jeff, you mentioned $1,000 camera. I think our phones are about that anyway.
That's
So,
true.
when you,
That's true.
yeah. Hey, let me run another video. The one you did you call them cleaning hacks, and I know you have a bunch of videos. I'm one of your followers, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that. You probably
I
didn't
did not.
notice it.
I did not. I apologize.
Well, I'm kidding because with so many followers, you wouldn't. But you did one on grout cleaning that caught our attention. So let me play that.
Check out this before and after. Mix equal parts baking soda and hydrogen peroxide into a paste, apply to grout, and scrub with a soft bristle brush. Wipe with a damp towel, and you'll be amazed.
All right. So Brandon, that's the type of tip I think that would make a difference. Are you seeing people locally reacting to your videos?
Yeah, it's been awesome to see our local clientele base. Actually, so that job, funny story about that video. We had a client that we've used this a few times over the last like 10 years. Her daughter started watching my videos and said, "Hey, I think this is the company we use." And so they had a conversation, and so they had that bathroom that they needed cleaned, and they're like, "You got to call Brandon." And so they called our office and said, "Well, can you get Brandon out here to please film some videos in here?" And so the clients are finding those videos, and it's funny. They're finding me through maybe their children. Now that TikTok is getting larger and larger, there's a larger market of wide variety of age groups on there, but they found wanted us to make a video in there. We made that video. They were ecstatic. They couldn't believe they were on the video feed. And so, yeah, it definitely has been huge awareness for our company locally. Like I said, the videos do get pushed out to a local audience on a certain aspect too. So that's great. But just having sharing tips and kind of, again, pulling back that curtain of our business. People like to see that and they like to be a part of that. We are a family owned and operated business. So it's kind of like, it's an exciting thing to kind of see that as well. We're not just this big old corporation that is soulless. We're real people. We like having fun at work too. So we kind of show that as well. But yeah, it's led to some really, really cool interactions with local businesses, maybe past clients that we haven't used this in a while, come across this. So yeah, it's led to some really cool things. And like I said, if I can give any advice, just press record and record your day.
Yeah, that it's really cool. So many TikToks on your account that are interesting. I know you have one of carpet cleaning, grooming. Now that, all the carpet cleaners watching this are probably will enjoy that one. You're like, oh, look at that. Great grooming job. I don't know who was moving that rake. Maybe it was you, Brandon.
Yeah, I do have a few of my employees that help me with that as well. Grooming is the kind of the funniest video series that I've come across because there is an audience of people who consume it and watch it like crazy and love it. And they want the sound, they want the whole job. Like they're giving critiques on how to do it. There's the whole satisfying market of this kind of content thing as well. There's, you can give education and teach people how to do things, but then there's the satisfying of bringing that dirty or maybe thing that's not quite so pretty to beautiful side of things that, they just consume so much content and they love every second of it. And I just chuckle because for us, again, it's going back to what I was saying, something as simple as carpet grooming that we do every day on our jobs that we don't really think is interesting. People are really amazed by. And so, yeah, those are fun ones to make. And those for some reason like to go viral.
Yes. I was just looking at your account. So if someone's watching a TikTok, are you able to put phone numbers or your website where people can then contact you?
Yeah, so you can put your website in your description. I think there might be a follower count, like 100 followers before you can do that, just because they want to, draw back on spam. But you can put your website in the description. And then you can also link out to like your Instagram, where Instagram allows you to put, more things in your description as well. I kind of have always viewed it as just raising awareness and not so much trying to get that client into the funnel to convert them. And that awareness inevitably kind of will get that consumer excited kind of about what you're doing. But you can definitely add that to your profile if you'd like to. I will say one word of caution from doing this for a long time. If you're constantly putting calls to action in your TikTok and pushing people off of their website, the algorithm doesn't like that because they want you to consume until you've noticed that 4 hours have passed by.
Okay.
But so you can kind of do it a little more gently. But I've noticed videos that I've posted with a call to action to really push someone off the website. Maybe it's a blog post I made that goes longer in depth into a topic. Those will kind of get nuked on the content, on the viewership, because it notices, hey, this video is pushing people off the website. We want people to stay on. We're not going to show this to as many people. So that is a tip that I've learned over the last few years doing this.
No, that makes sense. Let me ask you one more question. What about using trending music? I've heard that helps with getting more views. So you're watching a cool video about removing earwax from AirPods with background music. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so TikTok's started out as Musical.ly, which is a musically driven platform, and then it got bought out by TikTok, and they still kept the music side, which is very cool. And it helps to take your content and kind of put it in these other buckets as well to get viewed by another audience. So let's say, a viewer is watching videos based on X song, a certain song that's popular. Your video will get grouped into there, so they could possibly come across that as well. Music is kind of just a fun. I like to use more like elevator-y type music. So there's no vocals usually in the songs that I'm using, unless it's very much just a music only. I'm not doing a voiceover. But trends on the platform can really push you to the next level in terms of followers and just growing your audience. For instance, about a year ago, there was a song called Wipe It Down Challenge. And the whole idea was, the song talks about wiping down, and they're wiping down glass. And every time you wiped it, the person's face would kind of change. So like if there was a beauty influencer, let's say, she'd have no makeup on, she wiped the screen, you'd see makeup. So I took that as wipe it down. Okay, this is literally a cleaning topic. Like I can use this as an advantage. So one thing I did was I cleaned some upholstery on a chair. And as the music was going, I was kind of running the wand at the same pace of the music, kind of edited it that way. And it was very satisfying. And I think that video did like 6 million views, and people just were mesmerized by it because it kind of loops as well. So you can definitely use the music. I have a musician background. I've been playing music since I've been like 5 years old. So I kind of love getting my videos to sync up with the music. You don't have to do that. You can just use it as a bed. And also too, if you don't want to use music, you don't have to. I just would shy away from using anything that's like super vulgar or has profanity, just because that will definitely push you down an area into the algorithm, unless you want that in your business. But I think most of us kind of want a clean cut appearance.
Absolutely. 6 million views on one video. I'm hoping we get 6 people to watch this. What do you think, Jeff?
But we've got 3 already, so maybe we just got to get 3 more, Jeff, I guess.
Halfway there.
That's right.